Good morning, everybody. Hey dolls, welcome back everybody. If you're new here and you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You will not regret it, I promise you. This is a set that I just recently did, and 3 of the nails out of 5 on each hand are glass tip of some kind. Now the thumbs, I did the lilac, like purple satin butterflies I got from Lolo Rose a long time ago. So I'm laying those kind of diagonal from each other, one, then another, then another, then another, and I'm filling the rest in with the clear acrylic. In hindsight, I'm thinking maybe we should have went with the sheer pink just to make it look more natural, but this is fine. They came out super dope, and I really love how these turned out. She freaking is so in love with her nails. She couldn't be happier with how they turned out, so that makes me happy. Moving on, I think I may add one more bead up at that top cuticle area just to kind of add a little more strength there. Yes, I do. So I'm just making sure my brush is saturated and I'm able to kind of work with that and bring it down the way I need to, because when you are working in the heat, you have to make sure that your brush is wet, because the acrylic tends to dry super fast in the humidity, obviously. But so I finished that thumb. Moving on to this thumb here, and this is where I start to place those purple satin butterflies. So I place one, then I put the other one up a little bit, then I place the other, then I place the next. And they're kind of, that's what I did with the Chanel, her last nails that she did were glass tip as well, except they were with the red holographic Chanel logos. So I'm using the butterflies this time. So I just finished placing those there, and then I'll go in and I will cap those, making sure that my beads are nice size, but also that they're wet, so I'm not getting any air bubbles or anything like that, because you definitely don't want air bubbles showing in your glass tips. So I'll start at the bottom. Just keep an eye on how I'm, working that bead, how I'm dabbing it, how I'm pulling it, how I'm scraping excess off. Just all of those things you need to learn. It's not just about placing the acrylic, as you ladies know and gentlemen. It's a lot more than that. So you need to make sure that your structure is built properly. Without a properly built structure, the nail is not gonna last very long. So I'm just making sure that that is nice and even and flush. And I will place my then second bead, because I think I go in with 3 on this nail. Just making sure that it's flowing nicely and it's going where I need it to, and there's no issues at hand, which there aren't. I go in with my cuticle bead. I wiped that off because I had to pull a hair, like the dusting out of it, and I didn't want it to like polymize too fast. So just making sure that my bead is where I need it to be. It's flush against that cuticle. Start pulling the rest down, making sure that the nail is even and it's not too bulky. If I ever have too thick of a nail, obviously I go back in and I file, but the point of being able to lay your acrylic nicely is so that you don't have to do all that filing at the end. So just be mindful of that, ladies and gentlemen. When you're laying your acrylic, be mindful of how you're laying it. When you are wanting it to stick in one spot, you drain more of the liquid out, so that way it doesn't move around too much. Now if you want it to go all over the nail, then you leave it a little wetter, like I did with this bead here. I just wanted it to kind of cover over some of those spots that I thought needed more. So after that, I take my butterfly water decals and I cut them out. I stick them in the water, I pull them off the sheet, and I stick them one at the bottom free edge area and then one up near the cuticle diagonally. And then I go in with these little pink dried flowers, the ones that come on the round clusters. Yeah, so I pulled those off and started placing them around the butterflies, and they looked so pretty. And this is another glass tip, as you can see. And when I top coat and everything too, I top coat underneath the nail as well, so you're seeing through the entire thing, and it looks nice from both views, you know what I mean? So I just finished that up, and then I cap when I'm ready. And what I do is I go back and forth to each hand. So I do one nail on one hand, and then I'll do the same design that I'm doing as that one on the opposite hand. So I go back and forth between the hands, you'll notice that. And I like to make sure that they both are identical. Love you too, honey. Good morning. So once I'm satisfied with the placement of the flowers, if I need to add more or less, I will cap it when I'm satisfied with how it looks. So I start off at that cuticle area, tuck my sides, then I start pulling that down with my wet brush, making sure that those side walls are tucked in and flush to the nail, making sure that the body of the nail is the way it needs to be. And I probably will go in with, oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, so now I go on the opposite hand. I'm gonna show you how I do this, how I take it off the paper. I just kind of fold it off with my finger and I place it with my brush. I'll move it up and down, and then I'll dab it with paper towel to make sure that it's not too wet. And then I'll do the same thing with the flowers. I'll place them around, in and around the butterflies, and then I'll cap the whole entire nail, basically. So I love the water decals because they're just so, I don't know, it just adds something more to the nail, you know, like literally the possibilities are endless as to what you can do with nails. You could literally make designs out of anything. Like the smallest decoration you can pull an idea from, or several ideas from. You know, sky's the limit, guys. I mean, really use your imagination when it comes to the nails, because this is art. This is how we get to express ourselves. It's a form of therapy. I know for me it is anyways, but let me know what you ladies and gentlemen think, if this is therapeutic for you, if it's not, if it's something that's just a hobby or you really don't care for it that much. Let me know in the comments either way. Also, I loved how this set turned out. I loved how the footage turned out. If I could have it my way, all of my videos would have been this good, you know, as far as the angle and, you know, the footage and stuff. I've really been trying to get it together for you guys, finding what works best for me. And I'm thinking possibly this angle is gonna be the better one, but let me know what you ladies and gentlemen think in the comments below. Which angle do you think I should go with? Do you think I should stick with this one, seeing how you could basically see everything? Do you prefer one of the other ones? Let me know what you think either way, guys. So I do notice that I lost a subscriber. I am sorry that happened. I don't know who it was. I don't even know how to check that, but if I couldn't entertain you, I apologize for that. Hopefully you can find somewhere that works for you. Other than that, if you guys have any constructive criticism, pop it below, because I'm always willing to switch things up and try something new, especially for my subscribers. I mean, you guys mean everything to me. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing any of this. So the reason I share my work is because I know you ladies and gentlemen look forward to seeing it, and have mentioned before that you really enjoy watching my stuff. So, you know, I really want to continue to entertain you guys and bring you more funny stuff and more beautiful nail art and a bunch of stuff. I know me and my husband are going to be retiring probably within the next couple of years. I know we're really young, but that's what we want to do, and we want to travel the country. So maybe we could just start our own YouTube channel. I don't know, but gotta start somewhere, right, guys? So after I finish capping that nail and I'm satisfied with everything being capped, I will move on to the next nail. And I believe the next one is our ombre nails, and that's the middle fingers. So, oh, actually no, it's our next kinda semi-glass tip, but this is White Opal Glitter Mix by Diana Obsessed with Nails. Formerly known as Diana's Obsessed with Nails, now is Platinum Nails. So if you're not subscribed to her, definitely head on over and do so. She does beautiful nail art and all kinds of stuff. So I just take that White Opal glitter mix and I am doing a full nail of this. Now, this is a chunky mix, so you need to be mindful of that and keep it thin, keep it flat, and keep your beads small and wet when you're picking up this glitter, okay? So here I'm gonna dip into my liquid, and then I'm gonna pick up another bead of clear acrylic, a tiny one, and continue to, you know, spread that on the nail. At first we were gonna do like just the tip with the glitter and leave the rest blank, but she decided to, you know what, let's do a full nail of this glitter because it's so pretty. I'm like, that's a great idea. In the end, when they're top coated, oh my goodness, guys. By the way, my top coat of choice is Bio Seaweed No White Top Gel, or No White Top Coat, and it works amazing. I can't even complain about it, and it cures in 60 seconds or less. It's really, really shiny. So you see how I'm just kind of working that bead of glitter around, and I'm making sure it's not too thick in most places. You know, when you're satisfied with the coverage, then you go in and you cap. Making sure that your bead is wet and you're pulling it nicely over that glitter so there's no dry spots, there's no, you know what I mean? Just make sure that that glitter is as flat as it can possibly be. Now we will cap, I believe. Come on, Sharon, are you going to cap or not? Shelly, mind your business, please. Oh, I don't think so. Don't be telling me to mind my business. I've been sitting here very patiently waiting for you to freaking encapsulate that nail already. Well, Shelly, you're not the only one waiting. My audience is waiting too. So you need to be patient just like everybody else. Girl, don't be telling me how to act or react. Because you know what they say. For every action, there's a reactive action. Shelly, no, I think it goes something like for every action, there's a reaction. But you were close. Oh, Sharon, you always gotta be correcting people. Well, if you're wrong, Shelly. I'm just trying to help. Don't be talking to me like that, Sharon. You have no idea who I am. Yeah, I do. You're my cousin. You know what I mean. I'm talking about the inner beast in me. I will let loose on you, Sharon. Don't even get me started, girl. Shelly, okay, I give up. I'm waving the white flag. I'm waving the white flag in my head. Oh my God, can you tell how bored I am, guys? Anyways, so I just finished capping that nail, making sure that the body, the structure of the nail is where I need it to be. The stress point is a good size. My acrylic isn't too bulky. It's covered properly. You'll know that your glitter is capped properly when it all goes matte. So I'm gonna go in now with this glitter nail on the next finger and working a little faster this time. I'm just kind of spreading it around a little quicker, just making sure it's a little bit flatter than the other nail. I mean, that one was pretty flat, but I think I could do a little better. So I'm just making sure on this nail I don't pick up as much. And I'm just really moving all that stuff around. And this is basically a rainbow iridescent glitter mix, and it has some cold tone pearlescent stars in it, which were really dope, and it really made the mix pop. So if you're watching this, Diana, great job on white opal. I mean, I freaking love this glitter mix. It's so dope. So dope. And my client loves it. Like, she loves it so much. It's one of her favorite nails out of the set. So, okay, just making sure that the shape and everything is flat where I need it to be. And I will come in to cap that. I was looking for, I think, a star or something, or I don't know. Oh, butterflies, the rainbow and the mirror butterflies in there I was looking for. And then I just place it right there, so that way when I cap it, you'll be able to see the butterfly. So you see how, like, nice and neat I got that glitter around that cuticle area? That's why it's very important, ladies, to work with small wet beads. Don't want to overdo it, because if you pull too much of a big bead, it won't cure properly. It'll cure too quick, and it'll leave a big mass. I didn't mean that it won't cure properly. Obviously it'll cure, but it'll leave a big thick mass in that one particular area. And trust me, you do not want thick bulky acrylic nails that are going to take you 5 hours to file down, especially if you don't have like that great of an electric file. It could be a little more difficult, you know what I mean? So I just finished placing this so I could cap the glitter, making sure that that's neat and nice and tucked around them side walls. Now, it may look thick right now, but I promise you it's not. And by the time I come to file, that'll all look way different. So I just like to make sure that everything is capped properly, you know? So there we go. Perfect. Now we're going in with our ombre. So I'm starting with my Glam and Glitz Boardwalk on this nail, and I do it on the free edge, and then I come in with Central Perk from Glam and Glitz Naked Color Collection, and I do that color up at that cuticle area. But first I do my Boardwalk color, and then on the opposite hand we start off with Central Perk, and then we do Boardwalk at the cuticle area. So we switch it up, and it's actually came out really pretty. At first we were gonna do 3 colors, but then she switched it to just the 2 ombre colors. I was gonna do like a baby blue, the purple, and the pink, but instead we went with the ombre nail in the middle and then the baby blue on the pinky full nail of the baby blue. So I just finish up that joint center area, so when I come in with my pink, you know, it won't be too hard to kind of blend it, you know what I mean? It's a very pretty, like, pastel-y baby pink, but it's like a brighter, not bright, but like it's pink. It's very pink. Definitely probably made using white, because you could see, like, when you place it, you know how it kind of like marbles sometimes? You could sometimes see like the white in it. Some colors are mixed with clear and others are mixed with clear and white. So I just add a little more of that Boardwalk to the free edge, just to, you know, show that it's there. I feel like the pink kind of took over for a second. And it actually kind of came out looking really cool, because it looked like a 3-tone with the pink covering the purple. It made it look like 3 tones. That came out really pretty, so I just cap it now. And I start off at that free edge. And I think I do a 3-bead. Yeah, I do a 3-bead method on this one. This actually can be easier for beginners if you do it this way. Like if you start off capping at the free edge and then work your way up. Almost every time it gives you a really good shape because you're doing it in steps rather than, you know, the full thing at once. I'm to the point now where I'm comfortable doing either. So I know it's like, well, easy for you to say, you know, you can do it. But in the beginning, I promise you, I couldn't do any of this. I really couldn't. My nails came out thick. They came out huge and bulky. I didn't know how long it would take for me to get to the point where I'm at now. And I really put in a lot of work to get to the degree of, as far as how good I am. It took me a long time to get here. I've been doing nails since 2014, 2015. Started off doing hair and then fell into this really because I had a bad experience at a salon and I was tired of spending so much money on a product that I was not happy with. So that's really where the idea came from years ago. Having a bad experience and wanting to do something about it. So if you don't like something, the only time it's gonna change for you is when you do something to fix it. Otherwise, it's gonna stay the way it is if you don't do anything. If you're not satisfied with something, it's up to you to change your life, right? And look at how pretty those colors look together. So freaking amazing. I just love how they look together. Oh my God. Really, really nice. Okay, so I add a little more central perk to that free edge and blend up. And then I believe I will go in and cap this nail when I am done and happy with that. I think I add, there must have been a spot there that was irritating me. But after that, I will go in now and I will cap the nail. Yeah, so I place that at that cuticle and I just tuck around those sides and then start pulling the majority of what's left down the nail, and then I'll place one at that free edge and blend back upwards. And I think that's it for this nail. I might add a little more to the free edge because I don't think it's exactly how I want it. After I add this one, just kind of making that a little more neat at that top area. And just making sure that the body of the nail is built evenly. So that's why I add a little more to the free edge. And this is finally where I am completing the set. I'm finishing off with doing, what is it called? Lighthouse. Glam and Glitz Lighthouse from their regular color collection. It's either the color collection or color pop collection, but this is Lighthouse. And this is a tricky color to work with because when you first place it, it seems kind of gritty and dry. But if you touch it with a little more liquid, it kind of just does its thing, and it does have some pigment streaks, but overall it's a really pretty color to work with, and I really, really like it. So as long as my clients like it and I like it, it's fine. So I just finished off that nail with the color, and I'll go on the opposite hand and do the same thing and cap, and that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one, Any questions or comments, constructive criticism, definitely pop them below. And if you have not subscribed yet and you are looking for a new place to watch some great nail videos, definitely don't hesitate to do so. Don't forget to hit that like button and share so we can get to 1,000 guys and get this giveaway off the ground. I love you all so much, and thank you all so much for your continued support. I will see you guys soon in my next video coming up. Until then, guys, bye.